Hello, everybody. First and foremost, before we do anything, thanks for 500 subscribers. Last night, I was getting close, and Ripping Vintage was nice enough to put up a video and said, hey, let's get Eddie over the top. And sure enough, at least last night before I went to bed, there was 501. You all know I end each video with the outro of, we don't count subscribers, we count friends. And while that is true, it's impossible not to notice how many subscribers you have. And it's nice when you get to a nice round number. My main thought about still being able to celebrate the amount of subscribers you have is that those people become friends. So welcome new friends, and thank you. I hope you like the content here and stick around for a while. Before I get to my main pickup today, I got some friend mail from a friend, Ryan, Carolina Hits cards, and I actually owe Ryan cards that I haven't mailed yet. So Ryan, you're doing this backwards, but I do appreciate this. I forgot to bring my implements of destruction with me, but it looks like I'm not having any trouble with your envelope. I don't know what you sent me here, but hopefully this letter's safe for public consumption here. Here we go. Thank you for all you do for the collecting TTM community. In the pack is one signed stadium club. Ooh, the rest are stadium clubs of guys who sign. Nice. I can always use some fuel. Always use some fuel. If you're new, one of my larger focuses for TTMing and autograph collecting is getting Stadium Club cards signed. I just love Stadium Club, and there's so much material out there now because they've been doing this set long enough that there's always guys to get, so I'm never going to get bored. And let's see if I can do this here. Ooh, even got some football. Nice. Look at that. Paul Gruber is the signed card. Let's see what kind of fuel we get here. We'll put Gruber up here. Nice. Milt Thompson. David Segui. Jayhawk Owens. I know I don't have anything for him. That's the rainbow foil of the 94 set. John Olerud, I know I need that one. I've said to him many times, but that one's still on my list. David Need, Brian McRae, Derek Lilliquist. I can tell you right now, I need most of these. Pat Listash, I love that action shot. Scott Livingstone, Wilson Alvarez. Special to me because there he is again. His no-hitter was the first game I just happened to be watching as a younger person. David Hulse, Chris Donalds, Mark Eichhorn, Jerry DePoto. I need that, and he does sign. The GM of my hometown team here. Whoa! I have not seen this card. Oh, this is going out. Look at that. Power Packed. I've never seen this. I don't know what year it is from. Yeah, I still don't see it. It doesn't say on the bottom. Oh, 95 stats, so it must be 96. Look at that card. Does that come through on camera? That is cool. Ellis Burks. Roger Bailey? Can't say I remember Roger Bailey. Raphael Bornegal. Here's some football. Dwayne Washington. Michael Dean Perry, I do remember him. Ricky Prohl, Eric Martin, Chip Olomiller, Carl Lee. I've sent to him before, but don't have that card. Mike Ken, Jeff Jagger, Henry Jones, Bobby Abear, sent to him before. Chris Gardaki. Kurt G-O-U, is it V-E-I-A? Gouvier we're going to go with. Tim, with the font with this, it's kind of hard. Gunhard. Ken Harvey. Brad Edwards. Kyle Clifton. Darren Carrington. Jeff, that one would look great signed right across there. Jeff Burris. Gene Atkins. Bruce Armstrong. Nice. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. I look to eventually getting your package out in the mail with your 50 Hall of Famers. Like I said, most likely Friday I'll be able to do that. So thanks for that. That's great. And like I said, I have a card to show off. Let's do that on the other side. A couple weeks ago, I was thinking about my players from Washington State collection, and I never really made a checklist. I just sort of always had a feel for the bigger names of people that were from Washington and just got cards when I could and where I could. Never really made a checklist. So I started thinking maybe I should do that. So I went on I went on Baseball Reference, sorted by state, grab the Washington guys, and for the older players who were playing a little after the turn of the last century, I just thought, well, I'll start researching what cards are available so I'll at least know to look for them. And then I got down to the 30s, and there's a guy named Morris Red Badgerow. And I knew who he was from having collected Washington players for a while. I know him as a football player. He's actually in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I thought, well, there's no way there's a baseball card of him because he didn't play baseball very long and honestly wasn't very successful. And I just plugged his name into eBay, and I got a hit. Not on a major issue card, but I found something with his image as a baseball player, and it just happened to be signed. And I knew I had to win it because this might be the only thing published of him as a baseball player. So here it is. It's postcard size. And at the top it says 1975 Sport Hobbyist, which I don't know a lot about. I did look up some other cards from this issue, and they're all like team cards like this. And based on the other players and the manager, this basically has to be the 1930 St. Louis Browns. There's a Hall of Famer on here, Goose Goslin. And so there it is, signed by Red Badgerow, right here. And Ted Golick, who is also a common player, just played a few years. And interesting to me, I think that they knew when they published this in 75 that Badgerow was one of the more prominent people on the team, even if he wasn't a major contributor, because here he was a part-time player and honestly not all that effective, but he got a full-size portrait here, just like Goose Goslin. And I thought that was interesting. So, so a little bit about Morris Badgerow. If I can get this on the frame here. He started his career as a professional football player. In 27 and 28, he played for the New York Yankees. And I can say that because it's a football team. The Yankees folded, and so then in 29 and 30, he said, I'm going to dedicate all my energy to baseball. And so 29 and 30, he played for the St. Louis Browns. He was then offered $150 a game to go back and play football for the New York Giants in 1930, and he couldn't pass that up. So from 30 to 35, he played for the New York Giants, and then he played one more year of pro football, 36, with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And who knew how many football teams used baseball names? I mean, there was the New York Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers, and I just had no idea. I got doing the research for this. One thing of note is that he was playing minor league baseball most of the time that he was also playing pro football. So he was really a true two-sport two-way athlete from Washington State. So his football career, he was an All-Pro in 31, 33, 34. Scored the first ever touchdown in an NFC Championship game. And he's the oldest player ever elected to the Football Hall of Fame. And that was in 1981. He was 78 years old. And read an interesting article. I think it might have been actually on the Football Hall of Fame website. Is that he hated publicity, and apparently had a grandchild that didn't even know he was a professional athlete, because there's nothing in his house that, no memorabilia or anything, and he just didn't want to be made a big deal of. And when they introduced him to make his Hall of Fame speech, they didn't even think he was going to come up on the stage, and everybody was amazed that he even went to the ceremony. Just anyway, a little bit about personality. Morris Red Badgerow from Washington State. I found a baseball item, pulled the trigger. Looks pretty cool. I don't really have anything like this, so I'm very happy to get it, and I think it's cool that he's in a baseball thing, because my Washington State collection is really mostly like a baseball thing. So, yeah, that's it for today. Again, thanks for 500. I think that's really cool. I appreciate you all watching. And until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.